Leon and Kate DeVried here from Treehouse Village, and this video is all about the design of our co-housing community. This is the site plan that if you want to see where this is in the context of the overall property and of the community of Bridgewater, check out our video on the location of the project. This site plan is showing about a third of the property. So there's a large wooded area that's to the upper left-hand side of the map that's not being shown right now. And what we're zooming in on now is the built environment and the areas immediately around it. So as you can see, there's a cluster of homes that are stacked flats along a common green, and those are the homes are white in color. And then there is the common house at the apex, which is a yellowy orange color. And then there's a couple of other amenities around it, such as the workshop. So in this presentation, we're going to give you an overview of what the private homes are going to be like and what some of the key common amenities are going to be like that are very characteristic of co-housing community.
Yeah, and we want to show you some examples of what private homes look like in co-housing. One of the most common questions we get is, will I have my own kitchen? Will I have my own bathroom? Yes, homes in co-housing are fully equipped. They are standalone homes that have the basics of what you need to go through your day-to-day. So they all have kitchens, living rooms, dining areas, bedrooms, bathrooms, etc. And this is an example of a home. We did some touring of some co-housings, Leon and I, and this is not a staged photo, just a home that we were welcomed into at Harborside Co-housing in British Columbia, showing the kitchen and dining area of this person's home. And this is a bedroom with some creative storage up above. So the homes are in co-housing are typically designed to be right-sized. So the spaces that are seldom used get pulled out of the private homes and moved into the common house or the common areas, leaving the spaces that you use most often in your home. And the idea is that the homes will be comfortable, smartly designed, have a high degree of energy efficiency, a high degree of accessibility, and be bright and comfortable, warm places to be. This is, as Leon mentioned, the homes in Treehouse Village are all designed to be stacked flats, which means there aren't any stairs within a home itself. It's all single-story homes, and they are stacked one on top of the other, so two-story buildings. So this is the oak. All of our homes at Treehouse, all the types are named after trees that you can find on the property. And the oak is the name for the 3-bedroom unit. The 3-bedroom unit has 2 bathrooms. You can see in this unit, the bedrooms are on the left side. The top bedroom is the master bedroom with ensuite. And along the right side is the open concept living, dining, kitchen area. So as you can see, it has all the features you would expect in a home, closets and storage, and it has a mudroom at the entryway. So yeah, lots of great features in the home. This home is around 1,200 square feet. This is the Maple unit, which is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit, and the oak units will be on the ground floor and the maples are on top of those. So this home here has, again, the bedrooms are shown on the left side and the living, dining, kitchen more on the right side. And this is the Spruce, which is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom home that is around 760 square feet. This is quite a spacious 1-bedroom home. And again, we have the bedroom and the bathroom on the left side and the living, dining, kitchen on the right side. I will mention that the homes in Treehouse Village are all designed to be barrier-free and have at least one bedroom and one bathroom that are accessible for those using wheelchairs, and other parts of the home can be easily adapted for those in wheeled mobility devices. So really allows for easy adaptation of these homes.
And this one is on an upper floor.
This
right?
one's is one of the upper units, yeah. And so we just wanted to show you examples of the 3 of the 5. There are 5 home types altogether, and we just wanted to show you some examples of 3 of them. But what we really want to focus on in this video are the common amenities, because this is what really makes co-housing stand out among other types of housing. And it's really the common amenities that are where the vibe, the social vibe is felt in co-housing. Yeah, this is an example of a common house that we visited at Pacific Gardens Co-Housing in British Columbia. And their common house, their co-housing is one building, and the homes are sort of in wings that go off from the common house, which is right in the middle, right in the heart of the community, which is a really nice metaphor, because the common house is really considered the heart of a co-housing community. It's the place where the community gathers for all sorts of things, from grabbing coffee in the morning to birthday parties, to meals that they choose to share together. The common house is a place usually where there are mailboxes and guest rooms and all sorts of different features that allow the community to have a really rich life together, sharing the things that make sense to share. Onto the site plan to show you that our common house is located at the apex, at the top of the common green, in shaded orange in this picture here, and overlooks a patio and the community garden area. So let's have a look now at what is in store for the design of the Treehouse Village Common House. This is the main floor of the common house, and as you can see, there is a large dining room area that is the main focus of the common house main floor. There is a mudroom, so you can drop your boots and coats as you come in, and then you're into the dining area. At the end of the dining room on the left side is a sort of a lounge with some sofas and a comfortable place to sit around the fire. Above the dining area, or in the diagram above, there is the kitchen, a great space, well equipped for making group meals. And to the left is the kid playroom, which is centrally located to be a little bit off to the side, so kids can do their thing there, but also close enough that it's easy to kind of keep an eye on what's happening in there, with windows right into the kitchen as people are preparing food. And then you'll see in the upper right corner both an elevator and a stairway to access the lower and upper floors of the common house. So a few pictures of what those spaces look like in other co-housings. This is the common dining area with the kitchen in the background of Nevada City Co-Housing. So you can see it's meant to be a comfortable place where people are coming and going. It looks like these folks here are maybe just wrapping up a community meal together. This is the community kitchen in Vancouver Co-Housing, and yeah, well equipped, lots of things that would make it easy to prepare meals for the community. This is the kind of living room lounge area at Harborside Co-Housing. And here's the kid playroom at Windsong Co-Housing. So you can see that the families can, get together and make it a really special place for the kids to go. So let's go down a level now in the common house. So this is the lower floor, and the bottom floor of the Treehouse Village Common House is going to contain 2 guest rooms, a visitable bathroom, an accessible bathroom, storage and mechanical room, a laundry and pantry area, and a fitness and yoga space, as well as, of course, the access to elevator and the stairs. Here is an example of what the guest room looks like at Harborside Co-Housing. So this is a way to, again, live in a home that's more right-sized, taking out the spaces that are seldom used, putting them in the common house so everyone can have access. So when you have friends or family coming to visit, you just book the guest room for your visitors to use. Here's what the exercise room looks like at Pacific Gardens, and the laundry room at Vancouver Co-Housing. So typically in co-housing, the homes have their own hookups for laundry, but oftentimes residents will choose to use the common laundry and use the space for other purposes in their own home. And doing laundry becomes a social occasion for folks. And then this is going upstairs. So this is the upper floor in the Treehouse Village Common House. This is kind of a half story, smaller space where we have a multi-use co-working library space that overlooks the common green, as well as the stairs and the elevator. And you can see in this image that there is a walkway to the lower right, which a bridge that leads to the next building. And that allows for the upper units in that next building to be fully accessible or fully visitable, I guess is the way to say it, because the elevator in the common house enables barrier-free access to all of those homes. Yeah, so again, here's some pictures from other places to show you what these spaces can look like. This is the co-working space at Vancouver Co-Housing.
Okay, so thanks for giving us the interior tour. So just to zoom back out on the current design, and we will just preface this also by saying that the designs are still undergoing some modifications. So not all of the floor plans that you saw up to now are going to end up being exactly what you've seen. There's small tweaks going on, but in broad strokes, the types of rooms and layouts and configurations that you've seen are pretty much established for Treehouse Village. And the same goes for this site plan. So the site plan is still undergoing some tweaks, but along broad strokes is there. So just a couple of spaces that I also wanted to tell you about are the workshop, the garden spaces, and some of the other utility spaces that we are planning for the community. So the workshop is the blue building in the map, and then the garden spaces are planned sort of to the lower left of the common house. This is an example of what the workshop might look like. This is the Wild Sage Co-Housing workshop, typically well equipped. And we have a very, very active and keen workshop group as part of our members, and people are already designing what the space are going to look like and the types of equipment that's going to be used for community use in that space. So we're excited to have that as part of our community. That'll be a one-story workshop building. And community gardens. These are the community gardens at Windsong Co-Housing in BC. And the idea is that there will be a variety of gardening type activities. Again, Treehouse Village is not an agricultural project, if you will. This is more about home gardening kind of scale, but certainly a lot of interest from our members around doing raised bed gardening, fruit and nut tree gardening, edible shrubs, and so on. So that's really where we are already eager to start doing some detailed planning work for those spaces. There's also going to be a number of other types of more utility type spaces. So for example, covered underground or underfloor spaces that are at a lower level of finish that could be used for bicycle storage, for example, or for a few indoor parking spots. These are in our current design, and while the community hasn't decided exactly what's going into those spaces yet, there will be other places to put, say, larger objects and additional storage for our residents as well. That's the end of this presentation, and click on the next video to discover more about Treehouse Village.
Next up, part 6, ownership and pricing. For more information on Treehouse Village eco-housing, see our website at treehousevillage.ca. We still have space for future neighbors.